Let's go. What's going on, guys? Roger here, QVO Tactical. Today we are shooting a gun a lot of you have been asking about. It is the new MAC9 DS Comp from Military Armament Corporation and SDS Arms. Let's get into it. Before we get started, guys, in the interest of full transparency, I always like to tell you how we go about getting products on the channel here for review. We've been working with the team over at Military Armament Corporation as well as SDS Arms, and they reached out to us, met up with the SHOT Show. They said they had these coming out this year, so they did send this out to us free of charge. So please keep that in mind as you watch the video. This is ours to keep, to use for future videos and for holster fitment, and we'll go into holster stuff further in the video. But with that out of the way, let's get into first rounds. All right, guys, time for first rounds with the MAC9 DS Comp. Been waiting for this. Like, saw this at SHOT Show, you know, having the chunk style port here in the front. We like the original MAC9, and they made some improvements that we all had requested. So let's see how the first rounds feel. Here we go. Oh man. Yo, it's crazy. This gun's like 1,100. I think it's $1,000. I have to look it up, but I think it's around 1,000 or 1,100. Yeah, I mean, you guys saw it there. It's shooting flat. I sped up, kept everything alpha. Like, having a big ass 507 comp on here is just like cheating. So we'll get into all the pros and cons. Like I said, right now, it's definitely not as smooth. I know people right away, how does it compare to a Staccato XC? It's not as smooth. It's not like on glass. Like I could feel like there's points when you're cycling the slide manually, you can feel it, like it gets caught up and stuck on. Doesn't like stop, but it's not just, you know, on rails. It's not as glass smooth as, you know, a hand fit gun. But I mean, at the same time, it's $1,000 and it shoots super flat though. So let's have Marco shoot his first round, see what he thinks.
So MAC9 DS Comp, definitely, you're right, feels kind of choppy, racking it metal on metal, but see how she shoots though. Shoots good! Yeah, shoots good. Grip is kind of on the bigger plasticky, feels really like plasticky, but it shoots, it puts out, so.
I think I want to run some hotter ammo.
Yeah.
I want the slide to cycle faster.
It's like, it's a little slow in the cycle rate. If you can run hotter ammo, it'd be even better to engage that port and make it run faster. But for $1,000, it's a hard competitor there, yeah. The not Kato.
When we filmed the first MAC9 DS that we had, guys, a lot of you asked, like, hey, if I'm getting into the 2011 double stack 1911 world, you know, but you don't want to break the bank. Yeah, I thought the MAC9 DS was great. I just didn't like that they didn't come with suppressor height sights. Now they do. But now they come with the ported, you know, this chunk port style version. Like, if you're somebody that's out there that's been on the fence, like, hey, I want to try out a 2011, but I want to break the bank. I don't want to drop 2,500 to $3,000. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you right now, pick one of these up.
Yeah.
Like, they're bull barrels. Now they're coming with the porting option, and they're listening to their customer base. Like, you're getting a magwell, optic plate, suppress, like, even extended mag release.
Yep.
So, but I will say, like, if you take this versus like a Staccato, guys, it does not have the same fit and finish, which is to be expected. You know, it's a gun that's 1/3 the price, but you're going to be able to start running it. But I could tell right now, based on how you and I shoot, like, the slide's cycling too slow for us.
Yeah.
So we could do a couple things, change out the recoil spring, or run hotter ammo. But I say before we do the zeroing process, let's throw some 90 grain plus P in there.
Yeah, see what happens.
And see how it cycles.
Yep.
Sorry for the wind noise, guys. It's like 27-mile-an-hour wind out here, but we're still getting it done. But I do want to try the 90 grain hollow points from our friends over at SuperVel, guys. This is right up to 1,500 feet per second. But let's see how their 90 grain plus P does through the MAC9 DS Comp. Oh yeah. So that's like the cyclic rate I'm used to. Like, the gun is just snapping right back to zero. So it's like it's cycling so fast that you barely notice it in the feel, and I barely notice it as far as the dot. So I'm just seeing the dot barely move up and down. Like, I don't notice it come out of the window, if at all. and then it just cycles much, much faster. I'm gonna have Marco do the same thing and see what he thinks. But to me, like, to get the, right now I would say, like, the performance feels much better running some hotter ammo than just your standard, you know, range ball 115 stuff.
So we got the SuperVel 90 grains. Let's see how this runs with the ports. Oh, nice. Much better. The dot returns immediately, so the gun will actually slam forward back to the target. So, ideal. So more gas, a lot better.
You guys know the drill. Accuracy portion, got the phone recording downrange, 25 yards out. MAC9 DS Comp, we're going to see how well it groups. We had really good luck with that Atlanta Arms 115 grain hollow points that we picked up from our friends over Ventura Munitions last week. So, let's see how they do in the MAC9 DS Comp. Ready, Marco? All right, let's take a look. Down here at the target now, guys. It is 27 miles an hour wind today, and what I mean by the wind, guys, it's moving the target back and forth. I know somebody asked previously in a video. No, I wasn't talking about the wind moving the bullet, but our target is moving. But even with that, I got a flyer here. With the flyer, I'm looking at 2 and almost 3 inches. It's like 2 and, what was that, 7/8? Get you straight on, you can see. Without the flyer, we would be looking at a 1.5 inch group. So I'm happy with this because all of those shots would be in the 9 ring, which is a 2.5 inch group there. But the fact that it's, you know, 1.5, I would take that for what it is, being a $1,000 gun. Do I want it to be tighter? Yeah, of course. Would I like better ideal conditions? Sure. But the fact that I'm doing this, I'll take it. Just for shits and giggles, I want to have Marco shoot a group with the Atlanta Arms 115 as well and see how he's doing with it. You want me to load that mag with 100 rounds for Kona fire?
30's good enough.
Let's check the optic. My witness mark's still good.
Still fine.
Cool. Everything feels solid. Let's go look. Down here at the target, guys, with Marco's group. You said you had a flyer.
Yeah, I knew I pushed this one a little bit.
So this is your flyer?
Kind of camped the gun too much into the
so with your flyer, we have 3 1/4, just under 3 1/4 inches. Let the cameraman get straight on with that. So without the flyer, it's this. It'd probably be here. That's 2 1/4 there. And 1 3/4 there. You did have 2 directly through center bullseye touching, so. But, I mean, $1,000.
Yeah, $1,000 2011.
I'm sure if this wasn't going like this too.
This is playing probably a lot of factor in that.
But, all right, let's jump into some build drills. All right, boys and girls, time for the build drill. Here we go. Stand by. Woo! 173. Got best split of 14. First shot was a 9.5. You guys can see it. It's probably be what, 5 alpha or 4 alpha? With that bottom one clear? Maybe a line breaker, maybe not.
That's probably in. That'll be in.
All right. GM Marco says 5 alpha 1 Charlie. 173. Let's see if I can do better. Ah, the trigger freeze got me. 204. I got a 13 split in there, but it was a 204 total time. And I went 4 alpha, 2 Charlie, or maybe 3, or no, maybe 4 alpha here, 2 Charlie. All right, let's go again. Got a 1.6 flat. 14 split was the best split. There's your 1.6. I'd say it's probably 1 Alpha, 5 Charlie. I don't know. What's the thickness between C zone and A zone? Like here?
It's like A zone's usually about to here.
Gotcha. So yeah, probably 1 Alpha, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Charlie. But at the same time, watch, I'll go stand behind this guy so you guys can see. This is smaller than a human silhouette. So defensively, I'd be okay with that. Competition, I'd be sitting at the back table. Last one for fun. Here we go. I threw the first one. 153, but I had a mic. I did get some 12 splits in there, and you can see total time 153. So you can definitely run the crap out of this gun, guys. That first shot, though, as I was coming up, I broke it like right here, and then my second shot, and then I adjusted. I'm gonna go one more. I want to get an 11 split, guys. That's what I'm trying for here. Good string. 165, a little bit of trigger freeze. I got down to a 13. That trigger freeze cost me 0.23 of a second, but total time was a 165 with a 13 split. And that's a perfect string right there. So like when Marco does a doubles drill for you guys here in a second, he'll talk, most likely I bet you his mimics this in regards to vertical. Like I don't see any horizontal shift when I'm shooting this gun, which is great. So he'll further break it down for you guys in the doubles drill he's about to do right now.
So Marco here, guys, with the doubles drill. We got the MAC9 DS Comp. We're gonna see how the gun tracks essentially on the double tap. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'm gonna see down range on the target just to see how that big or small that group gets with the split times. Let's see.
Stand by.
Yep.
Got 15,
So
16, and 16.
Pretty easy to do. It's all alphas. The gun tracks extremely well. The dot will just essentially do this when you're shooting it.
So what's first and second shot on those strings?
What was that?
Where's first?
Oh, first shot's right here, and then second. First, I think the second string was when I went wide, so 1, 2. Then these ones are just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Nice.
And that's a comfortable, not pushing at speed, just easy going. The gun makes it very easy. Full size 5-inch gun with a comp like that.
I think back to like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, we talked about how like as other double stack 1911s came out, it would start making the 2011 market more affordable for like, you know, people that didn't want to spend thousands on custom hand fit guns. And
exactly.
I think we're finally there with stuff like this.
Yeah, it's like a
getting
$1,000 gun.
You know, with the comp right out of the box for $1,000. Because you're getting the optic plate, you're getting the sights, you're getting the port in the front with not just, and it's a true port, guys. The barrel is ported along with the slide and a mag well. So, and then the triggers are adjustable. We'll get in all of this, but the trigger actually comes with different shoes that you can adjust. So, like I prefer the shorter one, Marco likes the long one. It's like they set it at the medium one. So, pretty cool.
Very nice. Marco here with you guys' trigger breakdown for the MAC9 DS Comp. We'll find the take-up. So take-up's nice and easy to find right there. Pretty smooth. Brakes about 4 pounds. Resets right there. Take-up again. Brake. Take-up. Brake. Really easy to shoot this trigger really fast. They did a really good job building this gun.
So guys, the new MAC9 DS Comp comes with an extended slide stop as well as extended mag release. So I'm gonna do some reload drills here and see if a support hand reload or a strong hand reload gets us a quicker reload based on the shot timer. Here we go, stand by. So that's the traditional method coming up, hitting it with my support hand thumb, and we got a time of 2:59. Reload was a 1.64, first shot was a 9.5. So 2:59 is the time to beat. Let's see how we do. Stand by. .244. So 259 versus a 2.44. It is what? That's 6 and 9. So 0.15. So 15/10 of a second faster by being able to come up and hit that there. I'd say in the competition world, 15/10 of a second is something you'd want on your favor.
Yeah.
So I will say this, I am so used to just, you know, carrying 1911 for so long, coming up and just hitting it here since I have to come back to my grip anyways. And a lot of people that I've taught in classes and stuff, I would tell them like, it's very, because they wouldn't understand it until I relate it to their AR-15. Same thing with your AR mag, you come in and you hit the ping pong paddle. Well, same thing here on this grip. You come in and you hit down on the slide stop, which is kind of like beveled, it's got a shelf on it, and you hit that down. So the reloads feel very similar, and if you look at it like that, I bet you would be a lot quicker with it. So, but I do like that you can still come up with your thumb and hit this. But for me, the very, very tip of my thumb is what's hitting it. So you guys, if you get one, you try it, let us know what you think. So guys, whenever we have ported guns on the channel, I like to grab 3 different grains of 9mm for you and load it up, and then we shoot this in super slow motion so you guys can see how the recoil is looking with each different grain of 9mm ammunition. First 5 rounds are 147 grain. Second set of 5 are 124 grain. Last set of 5 are 115 grain. Get a lot of questions about the holsters we're running, guys. We own a company called QVO Tactical here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we manufacture holsters. We've been in business for about 12 years, and this is our secondary on the waistband holster for, this is actually for double stack 1911s or 2011s, 5-inch model with an X300, and this is in one of the new Southwest fabric overlays that we have. The holster is going to come with multiple points of adjustable retention, and yes, it will mate up to a Safariland QLS fork. That way you can throw it back into your holster, no problem. Goes right into the UBL, or sorry, the QLS receiver on a UBL, and clicks right into place. You can actually now order everything that you see here, from the UBL hanger to the QLS receiver to the QLS fork on the holster, and ready to go for you. You can even order the leg strap from us here at qvotactical.com. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down below in the comment section, and we'll do our best to help you out. Time for final thoughts now, guys. Marco, take it away, bud.
Well, the gun's, for the cost, it's got a lot of bang for buck there. Compensated, or ported, as we say. Full 5-inch gun. It's got the adjustable trigger and the plate system, so it's good to go. Like, out of the box, ready to go. Not as nice as other 2011s, but you get what you pay for, kind of. You can tell it's kind of grindy when you're racking it. The more you shoot it, the more it'll smoothen out, usually. Trigger's nice. It's just so there. I mean, it's hard to complain with that price tag on it. So.
Yeah, so website pricing, guys, it's $1079, so $1080 is looks like MSRP. Retail, I would honestly, you probably might find this in some places for $1,000, maybe a little lower. Typically, retail tends to be lower than MSRP in most cases, but I still think, regardless, at $1080, even if it's $1,100, you're still getting a lot of bang for your buck.
Yeah.
AOS, so Agency Optic System, really good optic plate system, guys. I know that Military Armament Corporation collab with Agency on a shotgun, so it makes sense that they're collabing on the optic plate now. If you guys aren't familiar, that's what Springfield with the Prodigy. It's also the plate system that they use, and it's got a spine. It's a really, really great lockup method of way of doing it. Speaking of lockup method, or just the fit and finish, when you were talking about the lockup between the slide, barrel, and frame, is actually pretty dang good.
Yeah, not bad.
Like there's no play,
much,
there's no
yeah.
wiggle. So frame to slide feels good. Mark and I were talking off camera because I know people are going to ask, like, hey, if I bought this, what all do I need to do to get it similar or closer to that of an XC? Well, I'll say right off the bat, you won't.
Ain't gonna happen.
If an XC is something you're like, man, I absolutely want, and it's like my grail gun, just go that route, guys, because that means you're already in this genre, in this world, and you understand about this platform. So I would say go for that. But if you're somebody that's new, or if you're somebody that's like, man, I want a gun where I do tinker and I put an ignition kit in or I change out stuff, then I would definitely say look into this. I said that in the beginning when we were reviewing the TSOS B9 RDS and the first MAC9 DS. So with this, I think that if you wanted to go that route, though, I would definitely get the grip stippled. The grip is a little larger. I would send it out to, I would see if maybe Vinny over at Monsoon Tactical, or our buddy Justin over at Extreme Shooters, if they are doing anything for this grip module yet. But I would have it thinned out and stippled. I like the mag well on it. I like all of the mag release, the slide stop. The safeties feel fine to me. But I would probably polish the slide and the frame on the rails.
Yep.
I mean, like Marco said, you could also just shoot the crap out of the gun and eventually it's going to get there. But if you're somebody that's like, man, I want to get there quicker, polish it up.
One option, yeah.
I do like the irons that they went with now. My gripe with the first MAC9 was that they didn't make the irons tall enough to clear an optic. Now it clears it, and it clears it very nicely, guys. It's not obstructing the window, but it's there in case your optic goes down and you need it. I'm somebody that likes the redundancy of having backup irons, so I run them. But everything else, solid. Like, I am very impressed with the slide to frame fitment. I'm impressed with how flat it is. I would say put a heavier spring in it right off the bat.
Yeah.
If you're going to run just super hot ammo all the time, you could probably leave it in its current configuration. But with certain magazines, we were getting a couple failure to feeds. And I'm sure it's a mix of the mag issue, but also the slide, the recoil spring being...
It feels pretty light. Like, you can feel it kind of chug along with certain types of ammo. Like, it's kind of back, front. So.
But yeah, I mean, but even, we're talking, if you did all those things, right? So let's say a high-end stipple job, $400. So now you'd be 11 plus 4, 15. And then polish it yourself. I mean, yeah, still $1,500. I mean, I would throw in probably... maybe a red dirt trigger, somebody else's trigger in there, or maybe an Atlas one. It is more on the duty side of triggers. It's like 3.5 to 4 versus like an XC, which is 2.5. But
it's clean though, like it breaks clean, everything smooth.
Like, and if you're somebody that's like, man, I'm just looking to get into the double stack 1911 2011 world, and you want to get a nice entry level gun to start shooting and plinking with, I would say get this. I would buy this, run it till you're outrunning it, till you're like seeing like, okay, like I'm shooting faster than any spring I can put in here, and I'm just not getting it to cycle at the speed and the rate I want. I want it to be smoother. I want a more, finely tuned hand fit gun. Then you would want to, upgrade. But everything else about it, man, I think for 90% of the people out there,
this is gonna cover all the bases, like by a long way. Honestly, you can spend the rest of the money on the ammo, which is usually what I recommend anyway. So you'll get a lot better, and you can see like deficiencies in your shooting, stuff like that. Buy a lot more ammo, get a really inexpensive, really good gun though. Not that it's not cheap by any means. It's an inexpensive, good banger.
And for those out there that aren't, familiar with this platform, I know there's like $1,100. What are you talking about, Roger? That's not cheap.
It's cheap.
I can buy a Glock for $600 at the same time. Yeah, man, Glocks are great, and go buy 2. But for those of you that are like, I really want to get into the hammer fired world, and I'm looking for a gun to like kind of be my gateway drug into that world, I think this is a perfect choice for it. Probably poor choice of words, but I was a cop for a long time, so that's what I think about. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I know there's a lot of people that have already shot theirs and done videos on it, and the feedback's been really good, and for us too. Accuracy-wise, I would have liked to seen a better group. At the same time, I would have liked to not been shooting in 27-mile-an-hour wind, but I've been wanting to get this video done, and of course, right now, as we finish up the video, the wind's died down. But
of course,
I know a lot of you are like, hey, get a ransom rest. Looking into it, guys. It's just, I went over to my buddy Norso's shop, and he bought this crazy one where you got to have like specific dies for each grip and stuff. So I'm going to look into other ones. But whatever we can do to show you guys better accuracy, I'll look into. But I can tell you this, the fact that Marco and I shot the groups that we shot tells me that if this was on a ransom rest, of course it would be more accurate. So I'm okay with the accuracy. Me personally, if I'm hitting a head box from 25 yards, I'm happy, because realistically for me, I don't see myself in a defensive situation where I'm going to be shooting from further than 25 yards out, or even at 25. But the fact that I'd be hitting a 6-inch circle at 25 yards means that, you know, the distance that I think would be realistic for defensive shooting, like, you know, within 10 yards, I'm going to be a-okay. So I'm sure you guys will let me know what you think about that down below. Marco, your thoughts on the accuracy stuff?
It's pretty average for what it is. Like, it is what it is. It's fine. Like, it's absolutely fine. I wasn't expecting, like, bullseye, like, a match-fit gun, so it's actually producing what it should produce.
So,
yeah.
Guys, we appreciate y'all watching. You know, Military Armament Corporation, SDS, Jared over there, appreciate you sending the gun out, man. I think you guys knocked it out of the park with this one. And everybody else out there, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Appreciate you watching. SuperVel, thank you for the support. Guys, we appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one.